Here for our parade of our chuck wagons here for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a nice lineup of chuck wagons for you here tonight. On day number 2, leading in is Jenna Hutchings, our infield rider. She'll be out on the first and second corner as well. Following in behind by the parade of chuck wagons and Liebrick Locks and G&H Grain Farms is Colin Kilboard's outfit. Riding behind him will be Cooper Hugh with Pride Landscaping. Followed in by Tanner Harlan for 620 CKRM. And we have Kent Solomon coming to us now, the green and white. That is the 410 Forestry chuck wagon. Followed in behind him is Hayden Brooks with Dennis Chuck Holmes in the bright purple chuck wagon for Dennis Chuck Holmes. Followed in behind by Justin Long with Flying W Stock Farms, Flying W Stock Farms. Bert Bueller with Dusty Road Towing in the white shirt there. Followed in behind by the Schnell outfit, Solenco Farms with Larry Schnell's team. Larry Solomon with Countryside Motors, the red, white, and blue. On the other side of Stephen Galloway with Swanwood Shavings. On and behind with the Rap Drill Lee on the side of that chuck wagon, that's the Leach brand, and that is the Leach Brothers brand of Richardson Pioneers, Cody Leach at the arms there tonight. JGL Commodities and Scotland Trucking is Kevin Garrow, and black in the yellow chuck wagon tonight. His brother Ben Garrow with Napa Signax. You got brother Kevin last night, Ben. We'll see what you can do tonight. The Haviland Aircraft and Calvin Young, the red and the white chuck wagon. And King Solomon with Bobbin Roofing. Bobbin Roofing will be our blue and white chuck wagon here this evening. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get underway with our chuck wagon races here tonight, we're going to ask you to please rise. We're going to recite the Cowboys prayer here this evening before we get underway with the show. We do things here with the EPCCA, and I tell you what, we've got a great lineup of chuck wagons here for you tonight. We're going to kick things off with 5 heats in the first half, 6 heats in the second half. Tanner Horlick, Cody Leach, and Stephen Galloway will be our drivers in heat number 1. I'm going to turn the mic over to my friend Doug here. He's going to talk a little bit about Legacy Co-op. Frank?
Thank you, Brendan. Legacy Co-op is rooted in community, built on local values and committed to supporting the people who call this region home. From fuel and groceries to agriculture and everyday essentials, they're here serving members and strengthening communities every day. Proud to have Legacy Co-op as a sponsor of this year's Summer Fair, and thank you for your continued support for helping make this year's fair possible.
I'll tell you what, we're certainly appreciated to have Legacy Co-op here. Of course, that beautiful grandstand that you folks are sitting in, it's brought to you by Legacy Co-op as well. And it's the only grandstand that I know of that's got those nice little steps. You don't have to jump up a foot at a time. Man, is that ever the nicest grandstand that I've ever seen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I also want to introduce Lisa Garrow. She'll be doing the timing for us this evening. And Jessie Miller will be doing the recording. She's the secretary for the EPCCA. Glenn Schultz, Jolene Richardson, and Tyler Sherwood are down on the ground. They'll be doing the judging and the officials there. Larry Schnell will be on the 3rd and 4th corner. I'm Brennan Jack from Vernon, Manitoba, and I'm certainly proud to be back here in my 25th year of announcing. Hard to believe it's been that long, but I tell you what, that's why I do have some gray hairs popping up here and there, ladies and gentlemen. And I tell you, we've got heat number 1 coming at us here right now. And Tanner Horlick is from Seaho, Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM is the sponsor on the side of his chuck wagon. He's going to be loading into the black barrel. He's got the black shirt on, so he'll be loading into the Federated Co-op lubrication barrel, the black barrel number 3. We're after LD chuck wagon is Richardson Pioneer, and that's Cody Leach. And he'll be on the number 2 barrel. He'll be in the Federated Co-op propane barrel number 2. And barrel number 1 will be the Stephen Galloway outfit for Swanwood Shavings. The red, white, blue will be into the Federated Co-op petroleum barrel number 1. So it's pretty simple. They're going to come into the bottom barrel. They're going to wait for the sound of the horn. They're going to make a figure 8 pattern, and out on the track they go. And we're going to see how fast they can be. These wagons were awfully close yesterday. It'll be interesting to see what they can do here tonight. Tanner Horlick will be in barrel number 3. Cody Leach in the barrel number 2. Stephen Galloway, barrel number 1. Heat number 1, good luck. Alright, there's the horn and a good looking start. Cody Leach looks rapid for Richardson. Pioneer off the number 2 barrel. The propane barrels are flying out there. But here comes Swan Shaders tag. The number 1 barrel as he's leaving town. But it's Richardson, Pioneer, and the Cody Leach outfit is leading the way as they're heading around the first 2 corners. We're going to pick them up as they head northbound and down, and we're going to see who's going to be leading this as they head down the backstretch. It still is the Cody Leach outfit with Richardson, Pioneer, red shirted outfit, but he's got serious company to his outside. Stephen Galloway, Swan Shaders is in the middle of the track, and he's not moving around. And on the outside, the 620 CK already into the 3rd quarter now, and it's the white shirted outfit, the big man from the valley, Swan Valley Shaving, is on there in the front. Stephen Galloway, Cody Leach outfit, red shirt on the rail, and Tanner Horlick, 620 CKRN, they're coming around the white and fighting for it, heading down the loop, trying to solve stretch, to the Galloway's on the finish line. It's Stephen Galloway, Swan Valley Shaving, we're not going to catch you. Line time, and a good pair of barrel. Cody Leach is going to be there for 2nd for Richardson, Pioneer, and in 3rd will be 620 CKRN. We certainly appreciate all of our fine sponsors, and I want to thank Living Skies Musical Festival. Saskatchewan, your summer just got a whole lot louder. Dallas Smith, Big Sugar, Crash Test Dummies, Economic Crush, Jess Mokuluk, and Daryl Anderson. The Living Skies Yorkton lineup is stacked. Catch our incredible local acts on August 14th and 15th. Get your tickets now for the Living Skies Music Festival as well. We want to thank, of course, the 50/50s out there. Don't miss your chance to win up to $50,000. The Kinsman Club of Yorkton 50/50 raffle is happening right now. Win big while supporting local. Don't leave the fair wishing you'd bought a ticket. Visit the Kinsman booth inside the trade show building. Get your tickets before the draw happens on Saturday night at 8 p.m. One lucky person could take home up to $50,000. Here's the times coming to us on the heat number 1. They're as follows. It was the Stephen Galloway outfit for Swanwood Shavings ran the track a 68.11 plus 5 for a barrel. Cody Leach, Richardson Pioneer 69.24. Tanner Horlick 620 CKRN 69.39. So Cody Leach with a 69.24 will lead it after heat number 1. There's Stephen Galloway as he makes his way back for Swanwood Shavings out there. Richardson Pioneer and the Cody Leach outfit makes his way back. He'll be your new leader with a 69.24. And here comes the Tanner Horlick outfit. Tanner Horlick with 620 CKRN. They'll be throwing out some t-shirts out there. They got some new merchandise out there themselves this year. Brought to you by Fishing Lake First Nation, Hootie Livestock, Birch Island Land and Cattle, these signs, Mystical Monkey, Chris Mooney, Equine Therapy, Prosperity Credit Journey, and Bar 5 Feeders. So I'll tell you what, you've got an excellent lineup on those beautiful t-shirts that they're giving away. Heat number 2 will be our next heat coming to us, and we're going to go to Justin Long, Kent Solomon, and Bert Beeler will be our drivers in heat number 2. Justin Long running for Flying W Stock Farms will be loading into the Federated Co-op Black Barrel. That will be the Black Liberation Barrel on barrel number 3. Barrel number 2 will be the Federated Co-op Propine Barrel. That will be the red barrel number 2 for Kent Solomon for 4 Gin Forestry. Another 1 barrel tonight is Bert Beeler. He'll have the Dusty Roads hauling on the side of his jet wagon. He'll be with a white shirt on. That means he'll be into the Federated Co-op Petroleum Barrel number 1. So Justin Long will be in the barrel number 3. He was 6th of the night last night. Kent Solomon had a barrel problem last night. He would have been in the top 7, but of course, tanked the barrel that dropped him down to 24th. Bert Beeler, Dusty Roads hauling, was 19th on the night. So this is heat number 2 as they roll at us here. Justin Long, barrel number 3, Federated Co-op Lubrication Black Barrel. Barrel 2, Federated Co-op Propane Barrel 2 with the 4 Gin and the Kent Solomon outfit, and the Federated Co-op Petroleum Barrel 1 with Bert Beeler. We're going to pull them out drivers, heads up out there, heads up, heads up, heads up. We're going to keep things organized here, heads up. Heads up, we might need our outrider in here. We may need our outrider. We may need our outrider quickly. Try to get things slowed up here a little bit. We're going to get the lead team slowed down. Ken Solomon. Very, very good driver out there. We want to keep everybody heads up here. As we head down the track, we'll get our outrider, get the lead team caught as quickly as possible. Looks like we folded in half, so we're not going to slow down as it is. But I tell you what, now would be a good time. You know what happens when sometimes you got a hockey players laying on the ice or something, you got to feel some time. Here's a commercial break, and here's the done.
Thanks, man. Remind everybody, today is Kitties Day here at the Yorkton Exhibition and the Legacy Co-op, the Kids Club. Community always comes first. We're grateful for their support of this year's Summer Fair. And thanks once again to Legacy Co-op Kids Club. Families can enjoy the exciting Extreme Lumberjack Show, featuring incredible demonstrations, friendly competition, and plenty of fun for all ages. Once again, everybody, welcome to the Legacy Co-op Grandstand.
Looks like your company boys kind of slowed this outfit down just enough that we might get this done. I'm not sure. I think Ken might be saying we might try this combination another time. And there's less people having eyes on us, so it looks like we're going to be down to a 2-heater. We're going to be down to a 2-heater here tonight. It looks like that is good line. So we're going to go to Justin Long and Bert Bueller. It's going to be a 2-heater, folks. So if you may have lost a few dollars in the chariot racing, you got a 50-50 chance of picking the winner in this heat. Justin Long with Flying W Stock Farms. They're going to get organized and come back here for the second time. And they're going to be loading in barrel number 3. Bert Bueller is going to be in barrel number 1. I mentioned earlier Justin Long, Flying W Stock Farms. Now he was 6th on the night last night, so he had an incredible run, and he wants to stay clean. Unfortunately for Ken Solomon, a great wagon driver, just had some trouble there with his outfit. So we're going to be down to a 2-heater here tonight in heat number 2. So Justin Long, Flying W Stock Farm, is going to load into barrel number 3 into the Federated Co-op Black Lubrication barrel. Barrel number 1 will be Bert Bueller, Dusty Rhodes Holly, and the Federated Co-op controlling barrel 1. Good luck at number 2. Here's a hole and a good looking start. Bring him around. Bert Bueller, barrel down on the number 1 barrel. A little too close out there. Dusty Rhodes Holly on the number 1 barrel. Tag the top of the number 1 barrel. That'll be 5 seconds hanging over him as they head around the first 2 corners. Ooh, Justin Long is in a good position. It's a touch softer on the rail tonight, so being out 1 or 2 wide may be the place to be. And Justin Long wants to be in the top 5 tonight. He wants to have his name called when we're done this evening. Flying W Stock Farm is flying out 2 wide. It's Dusty Rhodes Holling and Bert Bueller along the rail. Sitting in second, he's tagged the barrel. He's got 5 seconds hanging over him. And on the outside there, it is Justin Long with Flying W Stock Farms. He's hit by a wagon lane now, and Bert Bueller is staying right with him as they round the 4th and final corner. It's Justin Long, Flying W Stock Farms. As they head down the right as Henry Hunters to the yellow 200 finish line. Here they go. Justin Long for the win. Flying W Stock Farms, Bert Bueller. Dusty Rhodes Holling was the real player there in heat number 2. Heat number 3 will look for Colin Kilborn, Calvin Young, and Larry Solomon will be our drivers in heat number 3. Colin Kilborn, Calvin Young, and Larry Solomon will be our drivers in heat number 3. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank all of our fine sponsors, and of course, Legacy Co-op being our main sponsor for the EPCCA, of course, providing a beautiful grandstand here in Yorkton, and there's many of the great businesses in surrounding towns. And I tell you what, I don't think people understand the economic difference that the co-op makes in these small communities, Doug. It makes a big, big difference. I know I come from a small community over in Invermay and Rama Co-op there. Of course, was the only thing left in that town for many, many, many years, and I tell you, it has kept that town together, and that is exactly what the co-op is all about, bringing people together and staying with the good folks in agriculture. John, why don't you speak a little bit about that?
You know, Brendan, it's hard pressed to find any location that is a small town that doesn't have some influence by the co-op, whether it's a hockey rink, it's your child, your grandchild wearing a jersey with a co-op emblem on it, a ball game, even a rider game. The co-op is deeply rooted in sponsorship, and that's what we like to do. We like to give back to community. Yorkton's a great example of that, as well as our surrounding communities and our surrounding locations. Get into a rink, you're going to find a co-op, legacy co-op, Zamboni running many rinks around this area. And that's just what we like to do. So your money, your $10, once in a lifetime $10 membership fee, gets your membership, it tells you the equity, and it tells you to be part of something that's bigger than you think. We like to give back. That's exactly what we do. We couldn't be any prouder to be a sponsor of the town.
There's Bert Bueller as he's making his way back, and Dusty Rhodes hauling. Tell you what, he tagged the barrel, unfortunately. But I tell you, he's certainly going to be back tomorrow. Here's the times Bert Bueller ran the track of 68.26 plus 5 for a barrel, just along with Flying W Stock Farms will be our new leader, ladies and gentlemen, with a 67.93. 67.93 will be our new leader. All right, let's move along now to our next heat, and that'll be heat number 3. Colin Kilborn with Liebrecht Locks and G&H Grain Farms. He's off the number 3 barrel tonight. Galvin Young with the Hamlin Aircraft is off of barrel number 2. And Larry Solomon with Countryside Motors is off of barrel number 1. Larry Solomon, of course, one of the founding members of the EPCCA back in 1967, and still a contender in the racing here tonight, and of course has been a past president for many, many over 20 years. Here's Colin Kilmore loading into the Federated Co-op black barrel number 3, the black lubrication barrel. Galvin Young, the Hamlin Aircraft, into the red barrel, Co-op propane barrel, and the white Co-op petroleum barrel. 1 is Larry Solomon, and 3, good luck. There's the horn of the round, top barrel, stay off them barrels, Larry, right around, he's looking good. Larry Solomon tagged the number 2 barrel. Galvin Young has got 5 seconds hanging over it as they head around, but we've got 3 wagons, 3 across the track. Larry Solomon, Countryside Motors, Galvin Young, the Hamlin Aircraft, and Colin Kilborn, Liebrecht Locks, and G&H Grain Farm as they head down the back stretch. They're 3 across the track. Larry Solomon's in along the rail. Patrick Skinner with Countryside Motors in along the rail. On the overland crew, here's Colin Kilborn, Liebrecht Locks, and G&H Grain Farm. Galvin Young's in the middle, in a sandwich as they head around. But Colin Kilborn is starting to blow. Length of the in front now with Liebrecht Locks and G&H Grain Farms. He's out on the overland road as they round that corner. Colin Kilborn is on fire right there. He's putting the premium gas for Legacy Co-op in this time tonight. He's ahead by 3. Larry Solomon is going to be second for Countryside Motors, and the Hamlin Aircraft will be third in heat number 3. Man, that was a good one. Looks very, very quick. We'll see how quick it was compared to Justin Long's time of a 67 and 93 out there. 67.93. Oh, Brandy, looks like Colin's going to deserve a couple kisses tonight, Brandy. Oh man, right in front of the grandstand, Brandy. That would be ideal. It's Legacy Co-op night, ladies and gentlemen, and I tell you, we certainly appreciate that. Heat number 4 is going to be next. Ben Garrow, Kevin Garrow, and Larry Schnell will be our drivers in heat number 4 out there. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight on a beautiful, beautiful evening. Again, we've had some weather woes here over the last several days, but man, it certainly became a beautiful evening tonight. Calvin Young around the track, 70.12 plus 5. Brandy, does he get a kiss for that kind of a run? A 66.78, Colin Kilborn. Lay it on, big guy, lay it on. Oh boy. Sure we plan the baby shower now, 9 months from tonight. The Avalon Aircraft Calvin Young makes his way a 70.12. Randy, he sure missed calling over there, 66.78. Larry Solomon, 68.87 for Countryside Motors. So man, we've got some very, very quick times here. Colin Kilborn, a 66.78 is going to be our new leader, 66 and 78. Larry Solomon, a 68.87. 68.87, that'll be enough to put him in third for the night for the veteran Skinner, Larry Solomon. All right, we've got 2 more heats to go here in our first half of our chuck wagons, and we're going to go to 2 brothers. Going to duel it out here now. Ben Garrow from Fonda, Saskatchewan with Napa C-Max. He was 5th in the night last night. Man, he's got a sharp-looking chuck wagon, and man, I sure appreciate how these wagons come nice and clean. It's like they washed them all up. He's got a new, flashy-looking chuck wagon, and that's Ben Garrow. He's off of the number 3 barrel tonight. Barrel number 2 will be his brother Kevin with JGL Commodities and Skyline Trucking. He was 15th of the night last night, so he's still within striking distance. And the number 1 barrel goes to Larry Schnell with Dakota doing the driving for Solomenko Farms. He'll have the yellow and black chuck wagon off the number 1 barrel. He was 14th of the night last night. So it's a brother duel here. They'll be on barrel 3 and barrel 2. And they've got some tough company to their inside. Dakota Schnell with Solomenko Farms is off of barrel number 1. Here's barrel number 3. That's Ben Garrow running into the Federated Co-op Black Lubrication barrel. Barrel 2, JGL Commodities, Skyline Trucking, Kevin Garrow in the Federated Propane barrel. And the Federated Propane barrel, Petroleum barrel 1 is Larry Schneider. Good luck in 4. There's the horn, and the charge is underway. Bringing around all 3 over. They're going to be 3 across the track the whole way again. Garrow down on the rail. Kevin Garrow in the middle, and brother Ben Garrow's going to have to go on the overland route. This should be quite a horse race as they head around the first 2 quarters. Larry Schnell, Solomenko Farms is in along the rail. Kevin Garrow, GGL Commodities and Skyline Trucking and Napa Auto Parts C-Max is on the overland route, but it's GGL Kevin Garrow. He's ahead by a wagon length right now as they head towards that 3rd corner. Larry Schnell's outfit has the rail saving ground. GGL Commodities, Skyline Trucking, Kevin Garrow. Somebody is on the outside, but brother Ben said, well, I can go here 3 wide. Yorkton, you be ready for a photo finish. You want to get your cameras out. Now's the time. GGL Commodities in the middle. Napa C-Max on the outside. And Solomenko Farms. What a heat number 4 out there. Well, we got 1 more heat to go in the first half of our chuck wagon show, and again, we certainly couldn't do it today without Legacy Co-op and the Kiddies Club that we've got here. Now, why don't you give us a little insight on what that is and how important our young people are to this community?
Well, again, Brett, it comes down to sponsoring and, showing up for the community and serving our kids. There's our future, and we're happy to be able to sponsor the Kids Club, get them involved in different events. We do things for them. We have special giveaways, we have special opportunities for them throughout the year. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about that, you simply got to drop by Legacy Co-op location, wherever you may be from. I'm sure you'll find them in the immediate area. We're happy to talk to you about that. We'll be happy to talk to you right now, producers, about your farm fuel needs. Not too early to start considering that. We've got delayed billing going on right now. You can take delivery today. You do not have to pay until the end of October. I encourage you to hit me up or hit my team up. We'll be happy to talk to you about that. We've got a great group of drivers right now. We probably have, I will die on this hill, we have got the best service when it comes to bulk fuel delivery. So check us out. If you're scared, give this call at 782-6363 for all your fuel needs. Be happy to help.
And I tell you what, in this type of environment with capital is hard to find, and I tell you what you can be able to handle your fuel needs and not pay till the fall time, ladies and gentlemen. That is something that only the co-op will do, and we certainly appreciate their efforts in agriculture, and man, they are leaders by a country mile. GGL Commodities and Scott County Trucking with Kevin Garrett. He did it in the time of 66.63. Brother Ben, Nampa C-Max, guess what, Ben? You're the new leader, buddy, 66.37. And Larry Snell, 67.59. 67.59, and heat number 4. We've got one more heat to go in our first half, and then we're going to have a short intermission, and then we're going to bring you back 6 more heats of Chuck Wagon Racing. In this heat, we're going to look for Heath Brooks, Cooper Hugh, and Kane Song will be our drivers here in heat number 5. Heath Brooks comes to us from Minnetonka, Manitoba. He's running the Dennis Chip Holmes on the side of his purple and white Chuck Wagon tonight, and he'll be off of barrel number 3. The Federated Co-op Lubrication Black Barrel. Barrel number 2. He was 7th in the night last night. Cooper Hugh, Pride Landscaping, was 4th overall last night. He's got the red shirt on. He'll be in the co-op propane barrel number 2. And the number 1 barrel is King Song for Bucket Roofing. He was 3rd in the night last night, and he'll be in the co-op petroleum white barrel number 1. So we've got 3 of our top 7 Chuck Wagons from last night in this heat. So here we go, Yorkton. We've got Heath Brooks, Dennis Chip Holmes sitting in barrel number 3 tonight, black shirt. Barrel 2 is Cooper Hugh, Pride Landscaping in barrel number 2. And the number 1 barrel goes to Kane Solomon with Bucket Roofing. This could be the heat of the night, heat number 5. Good luck. Here's a hole in the charge is underway around the top. 2 to 3 lines around the top, side by side again. Bucket Roofing on the rail. On the outside, Pride Landscaping and Dennis Chip Holmes is on the overland route. Boots anybody's horse race. Let's pick them up as they head around the first 2 corners and they head northbound and down. Let's check them out. In along the rail, Bucket Roofing, King Solomon, 3rd of the night last night. Cooper Hugh, Pride Landscaping, 4th of the night last night in the middle. And Heath Brooks, Dennis Chip Holmes, 7th of the night last night, is on the overland route. He's got his hands full for the 2 young guns on his inside. King Solomon, Bucket Roofing along the rail. Cooper Hugh, Pride Landscaping, hook up right alongside him as they head along the 4th and final quarter. Down the limit, drive his home stretch to the LH County finish line. Solomon on the rail. He went by the middle, come on in for somebody's screaming. That is Cooper Hugh. His name is coming out from the rear. Look at this, and it is Cooper Hugh, Kane Solomon, and Heath Brooks. Another great heat side by side tonight, ladies and gentlemen. When you leave this evening after you've watched the entertainment tonight, you should give another $10 at the gate for the intermission that all the entertainment that you're getting here tonight. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, that is the first half of our Chuck Wagon show here this evening. Doug, I tell you what, Legacy Co-op, we certainly appreciate your sponsorship, your friendship with the Yorkton Exhibition and the EPCCA. I tell you what, we certainly believe in your program, and of course everybody here, of course, does business with you. Thank you so very much. Any closing comments for you for this evening?
Hey, Brendan, thanks once again for this opportunity. I guess I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting the Yorkton Exhibition. Legacy Co-op in that grandstand, you're sitting there, very proud sponsors. And being involved with the Yorkton X is a big deal for us, and we're happy that you're here to enjoy it. On your way out of the city tonight, don't forget, you can get paid pump fuel if you need some fuel. Stop by one of our locations on West Broadway or Palace Way Gas Bar, or you can also check out one of our car lot locations here in the city, Hamilton Road by the Co-op Ag Center, or out on York Road. Depending on the direction that you're headed, if you're headed east, you can stop by Churchbridge or Lansingburg. If you're from the Estuaries area, you'll find a car lot there. Or if you're westbound tonight, drop by and see my friend Julie. She's with me tonight at the grandstand. She's got fuel out there as well. We're happy to help you. Bulk def is available on York Road. I can go on and on about the services that Legacy Co-op offers. And thank you very much, folks, for attending here tonight. And thank you, FCL, for sponsoring this great event.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Legacy Co-op a great big round of applause. Thank you so much for their sponsorship, not only to the Yorkton Exhibition, not only to the EPCCA, but to small towns and communities across this great country. Papa Ruthie and Kate Solomon did it in a time of 66.83. Kate Brooks, Dennis Duke Holmes in a time of 67.04. And hey, our young gun, our new leader, Cooper Hughes, 66.22, is going to lead the way here on the first half of our chuck wagons here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here for 6 more exciting heats of chuck wagon racing here in just a few minutes' time, in about 15 minutes. Grab something from the concession booth, grab something from the Saddles and Steers beer gardens. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Our chuck wagons here, we've got 6 heats of chuck wagons to come by in now. Leading them in are 2 modern officials. We've got Jenna Hutchings and Kent Solomon leading them in. Followed in behind by the president of the EPCCA, carrying the legend of livestock carriers in the side of his wagon. That's Shane Hugh. Followed by Curtis Longman with the J. Mike Sandblasting chuck wagon. And following him will be Riley Broughton with the Assiniboine Trailer Sales outfit. Beautiful night here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's hard to believe we got the sun to come out a little bit for the first half of our wagon show. And again, stay tuned at 8:30 following the chuck wagon show will be Terry and Strong Arm presented by the Painted Hand Casino and Sega right here at the Legacy Co-op grandstand. There's Clayton Harlan with Yorkton Auction Center and a little of the white chuck wagon there. This is the Shop House outfit with Aaron McCarthy driving from Hector's Auto Body. And we've got Cody Merrill with Madden Electric. This will be the Casey Peterson outfit for Motor City Farms. Shane Solomon from Invermay with Grain Millers on the side of his chuck wagon. Stephen Brunel with Dog Patch Acres in the white shirt. There's the Leach wagon, and that is Cody Leach with Seed Farm 23. And we have Dustin Arcan with Job Site Mechanical Service in the blue and the white chuck wagon there. Vivian Brooks, a Canuck Amusements wagon with Hayden Brooks on the lines. Kelly Hydraulics and Dakota Schnell will be next by you in the red and the black. Followed by Affordable Livestock Equipment, and that is Calvin Longman. Calvin Longman from Killington, Saskatchewan. Next up will be GX94, that is the Calvin Harlan outfit. Tom and Cherry will be riding along with Calvin here this evening, a 36-year partnership of GX94 and Calvin Harlan. And then we have McCoy Callaway with the Tirecraft Lloyd Minster chuck wagon. So certainly appreciate all these drivers here for our parade of the chuck wagons. I also want to thank Living Skies Music Festival, Saskatchewan. Your summer just got a whole lot louder. Dallas Smith, Big Sugar, Crash Test Dummies, Jess Boscaloo, Become a Line Crush, Daryl Anderson, the Living Skies Yorkton lineup is stacked. Catch our incredible local acts, Collect Assembly, Trooper Trooper, Blue Beach Band, The Great Fuss, and Matt Corey, all on August 14th and 15th. Get your tickets now. A special promo offer. If you enter the promo code EOGO, buy one, get one, 50% half off, ladies and gentlemen. What a great promotion. And remember, the Kinsman Club of Yorkton 50-50 raffle is happening with a max payout of $50,000 on Saturday night. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go racing. 806 is already in front of you. McCoy Galloway with Tirecraft Lloyd Minster is in barrel number 3. He's just outside the money. They've got to be in the top 24 chuck wagons to get a payout. He was just outside of that last night. Calvin London with Affordable Livestock Equipment tagged the barrel last night, and he is in barrel number 2, the Scenic Dustin Arcan with Job Site Mechanical Service. He was in the money last night in 21st for the evening. So I'm going Galloway with Tire Craft, Lloyd Minster. Loads into that Federated Co-op Lubrication Black Barrel. The Federated Co-op Propane Barrel number 2 will be Calvin Lyman, and the Federated Co-op White Petroleum Barrel will be for Dustin Arcan. This is the second half, and this is heat number 6. Good luck. And here's the horn, the charge is underway. Calvin Lyman looks rapid off too. Is he going to make the bottom barrel? Oh, no, he's not. Missed the bottom. Came out with Dustin Arcan. Doing a little spoke dancing with his lead team, but everything's okay. Jude driving out there. Dustin Arcan as they head around the first 2 corners. It's Calvin Lyman, Affordable Livestock Equipment. He was out too wide. We've got Dustin Arcan in along the rail. That's with Job Site Mechanical Services. Calvin Lyman, Affordable Livestock Equipment out too wide. McCoy Galloway, Tire Craft, Lloyd Minster. Missed all the trouble there of the barrels. He looks like he's okay. Sitting in third, but it's Dustin Arcan with Job Site Mechanical Service. He's in along the rail. Calvin Lyman, Affordable Livestock Equipment second on the outside. McCoy Galloway, Tire Craft, Lloyd Minster's in third. As they come down the moving rifle zones next to the LH County finish line, Dustin Arcan. You can hear him and all. He is fine out there. He's going to get there for the win for Job Site Mechanical Services and Affordable Livestock Equipment will be second. And Tire Craft, Lloyd Minster will be third in heat number 6. Heat number 7 will look for Sean Prouse and Stephen Perleo will be our drivers in heat number 7. Westland Insurance is our chuck wagon sponsor here this evening, and we certainly appreciate them so very much. Westland Insurance. And the chuck wagon races, of course, here is all thanks to our presenting sponsor, Westland Insurance, with a strong foundation in protection and community support. Westland Insurance is proud to back the action, excitement, and tradition that makes this event unforgettable. Big turns, fast finishes, and non-stop thrills, proudly presented by Westland Insurance. There's one of our young drivers, McCoy Galloway from Tire Craft Lloyd Minster. He had a very nice run out there. We also want to thank Flamin Sales, Community Grown Stronger through Green Partnerships, and we thank Flamin Sales for their sponsorship of the Summer Fair. Maple Ag and Outdoors, supporting local events throughout the year, of course. We certainly appreciate Maple Ag and Outdoor. NBC Radio, keeping our community connected, informed, and entertained. Thank you to NBC Radio. Rocky Mountain Equipment, thank you for their support. Fair providers, the fairgrounds. They believe in supporting the communities that keep Canada growing strong. Saddles and Steel, the beer garden sponsor. We appreciate them so very much, and of course providing this excellent sound. Thank you to Saddles and Steel, UFA Foundation. We appreciate them. From the track to the field, UFA Foundation supports the people who work hard and race hard. There's Dustin Arcan out there. He did it in the time of 70.24. 70.24. McCoy Galloway, 73.37. Calvin Lyman had a bit of trouble. He rounded the track 72.16 plus 10 for Miss Farrell, 3 for Elaine, 5 for wagon interference. It adds up to a whole bunch. That's heat number 6. Heat number 7 we're off to now, and we're heading to Harold McCarthy doing the driving for Sean Proust off of number 3 for Yorkton Line. Heading for Hector's Auto Body, black shirt, and the Federated Co-op black lubrication barrel number 3. Barrel 2 will be empty this evening, and Stephen Cronell with Dog-Attached Acres will be the drivers in barrel number 1 of the Federated Co-op Petroleum barrel this evening in barrel number 1. So this is heat number 7. Harold McCarthy back driving after 20 years driving this chuck wagon for Sean Proust. He'll be in barrel number 3 this evening, running for Hector's Auto Body. Barrel number 1, Stephen Cronell with Dog-Attached Acres. Will be in barrel number 1 as they load into the barrels here tonight for heat number 7. Should be an Andy. the horn and the charge is underway. Harold McCarthy skinning around the top of the number 3 barrel. Is he going to get the rail? Stephen Prodell's in a bit of a tornado, but he looks like he's going to get him out of there. The top of the number 1 barrel is down. He's got 5 seconds hanging over him. Harold McCarthy standing up in his chuck wagon like he did 20 years ago is out there flying for Hector's auto body. Dog Patch Acres. Stephen Prodell is second as they head around the first 2 corners. I tell you what, Harold McCarthy is just like he was 20 years ago, standing up in the chuck wagon. Box Hector's auto body leading the way. Dog Patch Acres is second out there. The brim of his hat is pulled back just like it used to be. Cowboys and cowgirls as they head to that 3rd corner. It's Hector's auto body. Harold McCarthy and Stephen Prodell. Dog Patch Acres is starting to catch the party now. He's only a length and a half behind as they run that 4th and final corner. Here they come. Harold McCarthy is leading the way as they come down to the finish line. Somebody's screaming in the factory. He's got trouble coming. Here comes Stephen Prodell. Hurry! Here comes second one is Stephen Prodell. That's Acres in heat number 7 out there. All right. Well, now that Harold's hat is stuck back to his original shape and he's slowed back down, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move along in heat number 8. We're going to look for Vivian Rooks and Dakota Schnell out there in heat number 8. Oh man, well, I think we still have some exciting heats to come, and man, we got some top times here so far as well. It's been absolutely extraordinary chuck wagon racing, and we've got 4 more heats for you this evening as well at 8:30. There'll be about a half an hour break in between the chuck wagon racing and Terry Ann Strong Arm. She is performing tonight at 8:30. And again, feel free to stay. There's maybe going to be a little chance of rain later on this evening, but there'll be no rain till about 11 o'clock tonight. So again, folks, stick around for Terry Ann Strongarm. The Painted Hand Casino and Sega is sponsoring her, and she is just absolutely fantastic. We certainly appreciate her being here. Okay, here are the times coming to us now out of heat number 7. It was Stephen Prodell ran the track with a 76.09 plus 5 for a barrel, 3 for a lane, and then we had Sean Prost with Harold McCarthy driving for 75.78. Well, there he is. There's Hector's auto body, and man, we still got it here after 20 years. That hat goes out of bed backwards like it always did. Give him a big round of applause. That's Harold McCarthy, guys. And I was hoping you to set down when you get the backstretch there. Man, goodness there, Harold. You still got her there. All right. Heat number 8. We've got Connect Amusements. Vivian Rooks' team coming into barrel number 2, the Federated Propane barrel. Her son Hayden will be doing the driving. Pauline's going to be doing the holding for Connect Amusements, a rainbow wagon off of barrel number 2. Barrel number 1 will be Dakota Schnell with Kelly Hydraulics. Kelly Hydraulics will be off number 1 barrel this evening out here. Again, we had some extremely quick times earlier on here this evening. Of course, we had Cooper Hugh a 66.22, Kane Solomon a 66.83, Kevin Barrow a 66.63, Colin Kilborn 66.78, Bert Bueller at 67.93, as well as Larry Schnell at a 67.59. So we got 2 in this heat. Here's Sunday. Good luck. Here's the horn and the charge is underway. Bring them around. Let's see what they can do as they head out of town. Ooh, trouble off the number 1 barrel. Missed the pattern. He's going to have 10 seconds hanging over him there. I'll tell you what, he's out there, made her safe out there, though, as they head around in heat number 8. It's Dakota Schnell. Kelly Hydraulics, unfamiliar for him to miss that bottom barrel. I'll tell you what, played it safe, didn't want to get anything too sideways as he came to the track. But I'll tell you what, the rainbow's flying out there. Connect Amusements and Hayden Brooks for Vivian Brooks out in the middle of the track, and they are having a very nice run out there. Caught up to the Kelly Hydraulics. outfit in a quick fashion for Dakota Schnell as they head into that third quarter right now. It's the Kelly Hydraulics outfit. Dakota Schnell set 20th last night. This penalty is going to take him out of the standings. And the Quebec Amusements Wagon was 22nd last night. They want to get in the top 20 as they make their way down to the finish line. Down the Little Rapids homes next to the LH County finish line. They're not going to catch Dakota Schnell. Running time for Kelly Hydraulics and Amusements. We're there for second in heat number 8. Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen some absolutely fantastic times out here tonight, and the top 5 so far unofficially. Cooper Hughes, 66-22, leads the way. Ben Garrow, 66-73. Kevin Garrow, third, 66-63. Colin Kilborn, 66-78, and Kane Solomon, 66-83 are your top 5 times of the night so far. All right, we're down to heat number 9 coming to us. We'll have Clayton Harlick, Cody Garrow, and Kelvin Harlick will be our drivers coming to us in heat number 9. Well, here comes the Vivian Rooks wagon with Tate Rooks driving. The Canuck Amusements Chuck wagon, and a good run there for Vivian with a time of 70.84, 70.84 Amusements. Hayden, nice run there. Dakota Schnell with Kelly Hydraulics ran a 69.91. Push 10 with that Miss Sparrow, 79.91. Down to 3 heats remaining. And the top 5 times, you've got to be quicker than 66.83 if you want a piece of the action. Leaderboard right now, Cooper Hughes leads the way, 66.22. Ben Garrow, 66.73. Kevin Garrow, 66.63. Colin Kilborn, 66.78. Kane Solomon, 66.83. That's your top 5 right now. All right, Clayton Horley from Sheho, Saskatchewan is going to lead us in here for heat number 9. They run the Yorkton Auction Center on the side of his truck wagon. Blue, the white truck wagon there. Barrel number 2 will be Cody Garrow running for Mac Electric. Junior drivers standing up to the young individual, and he's on the number 2 barrel tonight. We got a little bit of a train coming past, so if you want to go a little farther down the track, maybe get that train to go, you can do that. GX94, Kelvin Harnick, a 36-year partnership with GX94. You see Tanya Cherry in the chuck wagon with Kelvin this evening. So there's Yorkton Auction Center, rolls in for barrel number 3. He'll be in the Federated Co-op Black Lubrication. Barrel 2, Federated Co-op Propane, Cody Garrow and Latin Electric. And the number 1 barrel is Kelvin Harlick, who was 12th in the night last night. The GX94 in the white Federated Co-op Petroleum barrel. Heat 9 is in line. Good luck. Here's the horn, and they're off. Cody Garrow can get the rail off the number 2 barrel. Man, what about the number 2 barrel? There he goes, Latin Electric. Oh, Kelvin Harlick's in trouble. He's got a horse over the pole. He's going to see if he can get him slowed up. He's got him back on the track. He says, hey, let's go for a run. As they hit around there, it's Latin Electric getting along the rail. Yorkton Auction Center, GX94. Good driving out there. All right. As they make their way around, as they head down the backstretch, Yorkton Auction Center is leading the way. Latin Electric in second. Boy, veteran driver there, Kelvin Harlick. He had his hands full leading down, but it didn't bother him. That horse jumped back up the way they went as they head up to that third corner. He's Yorkton Auction Center, Clayton Harlick. He's under 2.5 in front. Cody Garrow went about for 30 seconds long. I think he's just having one heck of a run. Yorkton Auction Center, look out, leaderboard. There's Clayton Harlick. He's got the red four hooked up tonight. Yorkton Auction Center wants daylight tonight. Clayton Harlick is going to be very fast to the wire. Cody Garrow had the electric. What a nice one there. And GX94. Ooh, man. He was looking for better reception as he was leaving the barreling area, but he got her figured out. Man. All right, heat number 10, Shane Solomon, Riley Brock, and Cody Leach be our drivers in heat number 9. Heat number 10, Shane Solomon, Riley Broughton, and Cody Leach will be our drivers in heat number 10. Shane Solomon, Riley Broughton, and Cody Leach are drivers in heat number 10. This sun comes out. This is absolutely beautiful out here. A beautiful evening on the 2nd of July. All right, here they come. Here's the Yorkton Auction Center Chuck Wagon, Clayton Horlick. Good run out there, Clayton. We'll see how fast it was from Anthony Rector. Cody Garrett, here's the times. New leader, Clayton Horlick, 65-22. A leader by 1 whole second, ladies and gentlemen. That electric Cody Garrett, 68-32. We're going to have some t-shirts coming to you from Calvin Horlick as he makes his way by here right now. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, what an absolutely fantastic. Those t-shirts out there, China Glam and Cal, D-Sides, Mystical Monkey Boutique, R5 Feeders, Prosperity Heritage Union, Crystal William Wine Therapy, Hootie Livestock, and of course the Fishing Lake First Nation on those t-shirts. So thank you, Calvin Horlick. He ran the track 70-21 plus 5 for a barrel out there. All right. Well, that means our leaderboard has changed. That means Kane Sullivan is out of the top 5 right now. Clayton Horlick is at the top with a 65-22. Then we drop 1 second to Cooper Hugh with a 66-22. And we have Ben Garrow, 66-37. Kevin Garrow, 66-63. And Colin Kilmore's on the bubble now with a 66-78. So heat number 10, Shane Solomon for Grain Millers is going to load her into barrel number 3. He was 7th of the night last night, wants to stay clean. He's going into the Federated Co-op Black Lubrication barrel number 3. Barrel number 2 will be Riley Broughton with a Cinnabon trailer sales. He was 11th of the night last night. He wants to crack into that top 10, wants to be clean though. Of course, Yorkton's always known for penalties on the last night, so we want to make sure we stay clean. And the number 1 barrel is going to go to Cody Leach, Seed Farm 23, 10th of the night last night. Good luck, heat 10. Here's the horn of the Chargers underway, bringing around. Look at this, Cody's going to go in the storm. He's going to get a barrel off the number 1 barrel out there as they head around. Seed Farm 23. Oh, he was sure trying to keep it up there. He was 10th of the night last night. That's going to take him right out of her. Riley brought the Cinnabon trailer sales, 2nd on the outside. Shane Solomon, Grain Millers, was 7th of the night last night. He's now on the overland grid. It's Cody Leach, Seed Farm 23 is leading the way out there. He's in along the rail, 2nd on the outside. It is the Cinnabon trailer sales outfit and Riley Broughton and Shane Solomon, the Grain Millers on the outside. As they round that 4th and final corner, here they come. It's Seed Farm 23, Cody Leach on the rail, Riley Broughton up the middle, and Shane Solomon on the outside. Did he save enough? Federated Co-op fueling this time. I don't know. For 2nd and 3rd, Cody Leach and Shane Solomon. I don't think the girls are going to have much to fill apart there in heat number 10. Heat number 11, we're going to go to Curtis Longman, Casey Peterson, and Shane Hugh. Our drivers in heat 11, Curtis Longman, Casey Peterson, and Shane Hugh. Our drivers in our final heat, heat number 11. So Curtis Longman will be in barrel number 3, Casey Peterson in barrel number 2, and Shane Hugh will be in barrel number 1 as we get set for heat number 11. Absolutely fantastic racing out there. Of course, we want to thank Vitality Veterinary Services for keeping animals healthy, happy, thriving. Their passionate care, trusted veterinary services Their team supports pets and livestock across our community every day. Yorkton Action Center, when it comes to supporting unforgettable entertainment at the Yorkton Exhibition Summer Fair, Yorkton Action Center doesn't just show up, they go all in. We also thank Yorkton this week and Marketplace. Stay informed, stay connected from Yorkton and communities across the southeast Saskatchewan. Grassland News, bringing local stories that matter. Pick up one of the 8 publications, including Yorkton this week, Yorkton Marketplace, or visit Grasslands News to subscribe. Grasslands News covering your community events. And your 28 Shinzy Park 23 Summer Trailer Sales. Ryan Truck. As you can hear up there. Here comes Shane Song with the Green Millers outfit. Team number 11 will be Curtis Lumpman, Casey Peterson, and Shane Hugh will be our drivers in heat number 11. Curtis Lumpman, Casey Peterson, and Shane Hugh will be our drivers in heat number 11. J-Max Sandblasting and Curtis Lumpman will be in barrel number 3. Casey Peterson, Motor City Farms, will be in barrel number 2. And barrel number 1, the Shane Hugh with Legends Livestock Carriers out there. Times in that last team, pardon me, Ladder Rock 66:48, Shane Song 67:02, and Cody Luke 66:95, plus 5 for barrel. So here we go, into our final heat of the night, number 11. Curtis Long loads into that Federated Co-op Black Lubrication Barrel number 3. Casey Peterson, Motor City Farms. He was number 1 in the night last night. He's heading into the Federated Co-op Propane Barrel number 2. The number 1 barrel is Shane Hugh, the President Legends Livestock Carrier, into the white Federated Co-op Petroleum Barrel. This is team number 11. Final heat. Here's the horn of the charge is underway, running around the top. Let's see if they can all clean out there. Shane Hugh, Legend Livestock Carrier, the barrels are all standing. And we're going to have a horse race. Legend Livestock Carrier and Shane Hughes along the rail. White shirted outfit. Motor City Farms, Casey Peterson, red shirt second, and Curtis Longman. And J-Max Sandblasting is in third as they head around the first 2 corners. Let's pick them up as they head down the north side. It is Legend Livestock Carriers along the rail. Casey Peterson up 2 wide. Motor City Farms. J-Max Sandblasting in third for Curtis Longman as they head into that third corner. It's white shirt Legend Livestock Carriers, but Motor City Farms, they are motoring out 2 wide. And by horse length right now, J-Max Sandblasting is in third as they head on down the Louis Driver's home stretch to the LA's county finish line as they come home. Motor City Farms wants speed right tonight as they head home to the wire. Casey Peterson, Motor City Farms. Look at that. Shane Hugh and Curtis Longman for second and third in heat number 11. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate Westland Insurance for their support with a strong foundation in protection and community support. Westland Insurance is proud to back the action, excitement, and tradition that makes this event unforgettable. I'll tell you what, we appreciate them so very much. Land Sales, Maple Ag and Outdoor, NBC Radio, Rocky Mountain Equipment, Saddles and Steels, UFA Foundation, Vitality Vet Services, YAC, Yorkton Auction Center, Yorkton This Week Marketplace, and Painted and Casino. Ladies and gentlemen, what an absolutely fantastic race that we had here in heat number 11. Curtis Longman, Casey Peterson, and Shane Hugh for being our drivers in heat number 11, and we'll get those times for you in just a minute or 2. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, stay in your seats at 8:30. will be the Day-to-Day Casino, and SIGA presents Terry and Strong Arm right here at the Legacy Co-op Grandstand, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Legend Livestock Carriers and Shane Hugh, the president of the ETCCA, who makes his way back. He was second on the night last night. Here comes the Casey Peterson outfit. Motor City Farms makes his way back. He was number one in the evening here this evening last night. We'll see how fast he is tonight. I'm sure he's going to be in the top five. Here comes the J-Mac Sandblasting team for Curtis Lawman. Alright, so the girls will be sorting through the times. We'll let you know who's the top 5 times for the evening. Who's the top 5 for the 2 days. We'll have that for you tomorrow as the girls locate those times. We'll let you know. We certainly appreciate each and every one of you. And again, ladies and gentlemen, stay in Grandstand 8:30. Terry and Strong Arm, presented by Day-to-Day Casino and SIGA. I appreciate their support, and of course, it's going to be a great evening out there. Good run for Curtis Lawman and J-Mac Sandblasting out there, as well as Casey Peterson, Motor City Farms, and Shane Hugh, Legend Livestock Carriers. We're going to have that top 5 for you here in just a moment's time. We certainly appreciate each and every one of you sticking around to hear who is our day-night winner for tonight. Will it be Clayton Harlan, or will it be someone out of the final heat? Here's the time. It was Casey Peterson 65.95, Curtis Lawman 66.91, and Shane Hugh 66.87. So here's the top 5 times. Riley Rock ran the track 66.48 for Riley Rock. Ben Barrow 66.37, Cooper Hugh 66.22. Casey Peterson, number 2 with a 65.95, and Clayton Horton with a 65.22 wins day money for the night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we certainly appreciate each and every one of you for this beautiful evening. I'm Brennan Jack, and I sure hope that each of you enjoy the Wagon Show here this evening. Stick around for Terry and Strong Arm for 8:30 at the Legacy Co-op Grandstand. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for Cherry Time. Have a good night.